So right now what we need to know is the diaphragm is kind of sticky a little bit with the lungs. So as we breathe out, the diaphragm kind of balloons up. And if you see the illustration, you see that it looks a little bit like a mushroom or an umbrella. And when you do that, the lungs empty of air, the exhalation happens. And then when you breathe in, there's this flattening of the diaphragm muscle. And so what happens is it flattens as it kind of drags the lungs with it. The lungs fill with air. So when we're breathing out, and there's a bit of a cavity formed when the diaphragm muscle comes up like that and forms that bit of an umbrella shape, the stomach and the other organs in that part of the body kind of move up underneath there. The reason that the stomach expands when we breathe in is because the diaphragm muscle flattens. That cavity is filled with the lungs and with the air, and so the stomach moves out a little bit. You can notice this more when you're lying on the floor, on your back, but you can also even notice it when you're standing up. So if you're standing or sitting straight, you might notice as you breathe in that the stomach comes out a little bit, but also the lower rib cage expands a bit, and then it comes back in as you're breathing out. So you notice that there's a wave or an effect on the body of the breath as we're breathing in and we're breathing out. When we're breathing diaphragmatically, there's not very much of any movement in the upper part of the chest. More of the movement is actually around the lower rib cage and into the stomach area.